What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And I know this video is very late. So originally I had Vlogmas day 2 and 3 already recorded, but it took longer to upload, and then when it uploaded, some of the footage got like corrupted and I lost some footage. So I'm redoing the videos. But Vlogmas Day 4 is already taken care of, and it will be uploaded with Vlogmas Day 3 and 2. This is currently Vlogmas Day 3. But anyways, so today I'm going to be doing a story time, since you guys love the story time I did for Vlogmas Day 1. This is kind of a crazy story time. I won't necessarily say it's a fight, but it's like I'll say the weirdest altercation. That's it. Story time on the weirdest altercation. Now, this altercation took place when I was in my freshman year of high school, and I was taking art. And so it was like I took it in the middle of the day. Like, it was my fourth period. It's my fourth period because it was my last class. So it was my 9th grade year, and I was a freshman. And so I had been doing this class as a credit because I love drawing and arts, and I wanted to work on my freehand arts, because I'm a good trace artist. I love to trace art, and I got it down packed. But I had just started doing my starting to get into trying to do freehanded, which ends up why I didn't get to go into further, because this altercation, literally, I didn't go to this class anymore. So it was on a Thursday afternoon, and it was like around, let me see, it was almost time to go. It was like around 2:30 or something. So I was sitting at this table, and it was me, and it was like 3 girls. Let me see. I'm gonna give them nicknames. So we're gonna have the nicknames. So the girl that was sitting right here, I'm gonna name her Kennedy. The one that was sitting in front of me, I'll name her Olivia. And then I'll name the girl that was sitting right here, Jalissa. So at this point, I had just been talking and like laughing with Olivia, Jalissa, and Kennedy, because I had knew them prior, but I was getting to try to know them more. If you know what I mean. Like, I had seen them in passing times, and I knew of them. So I was trying to get to know them more. So we had got close. We had got a little bit close during this period. So we was just like playing and stuff, like laughing and talking, and you know, as you do with people at school, you know. So getting into what happened. So we was talking for a little bit, and I already had problems. I was already having problems that day because the teacher that was there, she was an older lady. And, like, for some reason, she didn't like me. And she was a white tea woman. And that's not saying, I'm not saying that she was being racist. But the things she would say to me and get on to me for weren't what you would call reasonable. Like, it would just be off the dome type of thing she would just say to me. Or try to say, get on to me or something like that. So I'm not going to say that she was probably racist to me, but it definitely gave that she was a little bit prejudiced Because they said she came from a school that was predominantly white people. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with white people, because I love everybody. So it kind of makes sense. So, anyways, so she was saying stuff to me as she normally do. And so Kennedy was like, she's like, boy, she don't give you time to rest. Like, she always gotta say something to you. And Jalissa and Olivia were like, yeah, like, she need to chill out with all that. Every time we come in here, she gotta say something to us. And they were also black too and mixed. So they was like, she always gotta say something to us, and we tired of that. And I was like, yeah, she literally be saying stuff to us for like no reason. But they was like, well, she be mainly saying something to you. She don't really say nothing to us, but still she is aggravating. So then she kept saying stuff, and I was like, okay, ma'am. Like, at the point, I was saying, yes, ma'am, I'm very respectful, I'm not disrespectful. But she was getting to the point where she was getting aggravating. And I was just like, okay, ma'am, I'm minding my business. I was like, I'm not bothering you or doing anything to you. So I was like, why are you only saying anything to me? Guaranteed, I did say earlier we were talking, but at the same time, we were all finished with our projects. So that's what you normally do. You're supposed to associate with your peers, because everybody else was doing it, and we weren't even loud. We were just having our own inside conversation. We weren't being excessively loud. We weren't not being respectable to our peers. We were just having a little small conversation, just whispers. So, and then it was another whole table that was much louder than us at the very back of the class, but she didn't never say nothing to them. Guaranteed they were the stereotypical quiet, good kids, if I'm gonna say that. Cause that's, you know, those type of people that don't never ever get in trouble or nothing. They just be quiet. And they only known for being good because they quiet. Whole time, they really be the ones that be causing the most trouble. But anyways, so then, at this table that was sitting beside us, it was this two girls, and it was this boy. He was also a white tea person. And he was openly about it. Like, most of the people, like the school I come from, most of the people that are white tea people, they are racist, and their parents are racist. So it's just something, like, I'm not gonna say it's not something that you used to, but it's like, it's not uncommonly just shocking that people, the white tea people, that are racist. But he was the type to say racist things out loud. And I'm not going to say that she didn't hear him. She did hear him, because it was and this is my thing about, like, the teacher. She would only say something to us at my table or to me. But when somebody else says something and she can literally be standing right there, she'd be like, oh, I didn't hear that. How can you not hear that, and you literally, like, 2 footsteps, like, easily getting up out your chair, and I'm gonna bump you in your face, like, that type of closeness. So what you mean you can't hear that, but you can hear me whispering to my group of peers? Oh, okay. It just gave you one the problem. But so he was already racist, and he was saying, like, little racial jokes, and the people around him at his table were uncomfortable, and he was going on how he usually do, because people normally just be like ignoring him, or they'll be like giving him warning, like, and then one of the girls told him at his table one time, like, she'd been slapped him if he say something else. And it's been multiple times, like, people have told the teacher, she's like, oh, I didn't hear it, or, oh, if I hear it, then I'll say something, and she never did say anything. Or sometimes he'll just ignore it and be like, oh, what do you want me to do? I didn't hear him say anything. Which is crazy, right? So, I don't know what his problem was with me to this day. I don't know. I had one incident where I was talking to somebody at his table because he literally sat behind me and I was talking to somebody at his table. And so he butted into a conversation. And I wasn't rude or anything. I was just like, I was having a private conversation. But thank you for your input. But I was talking to the girl that was next to him. And so then he proceeds to get smart. He was like, oh, well, I was just saying anyways because people are allowed to talk. Everybody's allowed to talk. And I was just like, well, I wasn't being rude. I just said I wasn't talking to you because the conversation didn't involve you. And so he got smart one time, but I told him, I was saying, but if there's an issue, then the issue can be solved. Like, it's nothing to solve the issue. He was like, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. And he seemed not to be mean, because, like I said, I'm not being mean, not being rude. But he seemed like he was very, very, I'll say slow. Slow is definitely the word for it. And he had a lot of anger problems. So everything just sent him off, which makes sense on why this was like, why this happened and why. It just makes sense why it took place. So I was sitting there with my friends and we were just hearing him and we was just like, there he go again on his little rampage of like being like racist and stuff. And so then one of the girls was talking to me and he felt some type of way. She was asking me because we was doing like a cross-hatching, I think that's the correct term for it. We were doing that and we were painting our buildings, creating like illusions of it being like a long place, but it was just like it was a one-dimensional picture, but we was trying to make it look 3D. I haven't been there in a long time, so don't get on me about it. Like, it's been so long since I've been there. So then I was like, oh, sure, you can use our supplies because we had finished with ours. And he said something along the lines of, why are you talking to that big black MFer? And I was like, excuse me? What did you just say? He was like, you heard what I said, and if you don't like it, I'll stab you with a pair of scissors. I looked around because I was trying to find out who he was talking to. I said, okay. I said, so you just threatened me. I said, you better hope you can get to those pair of scissors. I said, because if I get to them first, I'm going to take those scissors that you're going to try to cut me with, and I'm going to put them in your eyes and make you hold them and eat them. But I didn't mean it literally, though. Again, I do not promote violence, but you're not finna threaten me. I just got a smart mouth. I don't actually do any type of things like that. And you guys should not do those things either. And so he got mad. He was like, what? He was like, oh, so you feel big and bad and stuff. And I was like, you the one just told me you was going to cut me and wasn't nobody even talking to you. And so he was like, so he started getting mad and he was like turning red and he was huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf. And people was like, oh, he mad. You better get up because he finna fight you, like he getting up. It's like, I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of none of these people. I've always said that to everybody. It's like, I'm not scared of him. I was like, I don't know what his issue is because nobody was talking to him. Even the people at his table, even the girls was like, why are you acting like this? Let me get him a name. It's not close to his name. I'm gonna just say a random name, Jordan. So they was like, Jordan, why are you acting like that? Like, he literally said nothing. Like, nobody was even talking to you. Like, what is your problem? And so he was getting mad, walking back and forth. The teacher, she was just like, what's going on? And she didn't say nothing. Mind you, she heard all of this. She literally right here, but once again, she act like she can, like the saying goes, hear no evil, speak no evil. She just blind and delusional. So he proceeds, because he walked around the room and he comes back to his seat. But instead of him coming like he did for me, because I was sitting right here, so instead of him coming back this way, he comes like right here where I'm at, sitting down. And so he tries to swing on me. Mind you, I always say I'm always on go. I'm always aware of my surroundings. So he tried to swing on me. So then when he swung, I pushed his arm and I said, walk, 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 walk. And so I just started firing on him. So then he's like falling and staring. Y'all, I don't know if he was under the influence or not. Like I said, he was very slow. He was mentally challenged or something. Because the things that he was doing wasn't making sense. Because he was acting like he was on something or he drank something. Because he was like literally just trying to hit back, but he was like staggering all over the place. So then that's when she decided, she was like, someone call the office. Someone call the office. Get help. Why are you guys fighting? And I'm like, you was literally just seeing him. And yeah, this whole time, mind you, she is looking at this whole thing. But yet she can't see anything. So when she's seeing that I'm not playing with him and I'm defending myself and I'm fighting back, that's when she's like, call the office, somebody call the office. So then I'm out the door in the hallway, and she tries to like get in the way and hold my arms while she let him swing on me. So then I break a loose from her, because I'm like, why are you? I'm like, you're holding me, and you literally see him charging at me. So while I'm out the door in the frame, he's charging at me, trying to hit me and pick up something. So he tried to throw something. I think he finally got some scissors or something, because he picked them up. He picked up something and threw. And I think it was a pair of scissors, because I ended up throwing it back. And he tried to like throw other stuff. And so I don't know whose backpack he was, but it was a heavy backpack. So I picked up the backpack and I threw it over her shoulder where he was hitting me at. And it ended up hitting him. And then the rest was history. I mean, after then, we went to the office and, you know, the regular smuggler. I got my days. He got his days and never saw him again. And I never went back to the class because that was like so weird. But that wraps up the story time for today. I know y'all probably like, you just gonna wind it up like that and end it. But that's literally how fast it happens. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I love you guys. And y'all already know by now. And if you don't, stay blessed. I'll be back with the rest. Stay tuned into the videos. I am going to try to be consistent. Like I said, I'm pushing these videos out for you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next video.